Oh, look at me. Do I ever look terrible or what? Oh, hang on a second. I move my big ass. Okay, so we're back. Alrighty, so what the hell was I fucking talking about anyways? Right. So there's a lot going on in the news. It's funny how in certain parts of the world they're listening to one sort of news or the other, and in other parts of the world they're listening to some sort of all sorts of kind of news, if you know what I mean. But in this part of the world, we listen to my news. And if you don't like it, you can go elsewhere. Right? But if you're with it, by all means, share, spread the word. Okay. So, what was I getting at? I often forget what the hell it was I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about COVID and the schools and that. And I want to know, like, from the people in charge of everything, the people at the top and all, the Bidens and the Trudeaus and the and the and the royals, the royal family, and the Hunter Bidens and the Ivanka Trumps and everything. I want to know from them, the world leaders and Ivanka Merkel and and that, and I want to learn from them about. I want to hear from them about their position and on this whole let's get the schools open stuff. Have you heard the latest? What the new political push is? We need to get the schools open. How many have heard that one? Like, because I know I have. Let's get the schools open. Yeah, let's get the schools open. Yeah, I keep hearing that one from our political leaders, and I gotta wonder, man. Like, what's the biggest news story out there besides the one we're not supposed to talk about? Election fraud in the United States. We're not supposed to talk about that one. So the next biggest news story is obviously, or even a bigger news story. Who knows? They're both bad. Is this one about COVID? The death rate up, down, middle. So we've got that news story out there. COVID, right? So there's COVID this, COVID that, mutation, new variant, blah blah blah. Needles into arms, jab jab jab, boom boom boom. Right? So that story's blasting all over the place. And then there's the story we're not supposed to talk about is fraud during the election. No, we're not supposed to talk about that story. No. And then so there's the latest one. Fucking let's get the schools open. Okay, so let's get the schools open. Okay, so our three top stories are fraud in the United States election, which no one's supposed to talk about because you'll get You'll get muted, or you'll get disabled, or you'll get uh, link breakage, or you'll lose your website, or you'll just be shut down. Your platform and your Twitter platforms and your Facebook and everything like that will just continue to shut you up. Okay, so you got that one. And the latest one, the biggest is push now. What I'm hearing, let's get the schools open. You know, we have this fucking, and I hate to remind the fucking world leaders, and pardon my French, but I hate to fucking remind them, we have a vicious fucking virus floating around, mutating, transmitting like crazy, that none of our health officials seem to fully understand. And yet, our idiot leaders are running around screaming at the top of their lungs, let's get the schools open. We need to get the schools open. And I gotta wonder, man, like, considering all that's going on in the news, like, let's face it, those are your top news stories. The fraudulent election that no one's supposed to talk about, or you'll be shut down, you'll be shut up, or you'll be, punished, or forced to pay a penalty or something by our big tech and social media. Okay. Then there's the one about COVID, where, as soon as they come out with a vaccine, it's the virus starts to mutate and infections are going up, and now we have to, doing stricter travel restrictions and longer quarantines, and okay, what I used to be able to ship in to my place here, 30 minutes north of the U.S. border for free shipping would normally take me a week. If I want to get a small item from the States, right, get it shipped to my place, free shipping, I could have it in a week. Now it's 3 weeks. That's the state of the fucking world we're in. And yet our politicians are running around, let's get the schools open, let's get the schools open. These are our leaders. This is like ridiculous, And I gotta say, I get it, right? When it comes to getting the kids back to school, right? I get it. I'm not a fucking retard. Nobody is. I understand the high school, the college, and the university students wanting to get back in. They got skin in the game, man. They got a lot invested, right? Even though it wouldn't hurt them to go do a year's worth of online, they might even get ahead. I always noticed it was faster to learn online than any of these stupid fucking classrooms, anyways. you know, but I get it. They want to get back into school. Okay, they want to build their networks and their social circles, and they're preparing to embark on a career and everything like that. I get it. Let them go. Let them go. But think about the message we're sending to the children now. You know, the sixth graders, the fifth graders, the fourth graders, the seventh and eighth graders. Don't you think that they would be more ready or better prepared to learn when they know that they can return to school safely? When they know that they can go back to school without having to cover their face with a mask all day. Like when they find out that it'll be okay to have Halloween again. Or get on a plane and dad takes us to Maui. See, right now, the kids, the young ones, they're being told that they're going to school, they're going to have to cover their face with a mask all day. They should try and stay away from other people. Don't let anybody get close to them too close. And to keep washing their hands and watch out not to get sick before they come home. That's what they're being told. That's the message that they're getting. And they say to themselves, geez, I got to wear this. I got to be careful. I got to, what if I pick it up, or what if I eat it, or what if I breathe it in or something? What if, what if it gets in through my eyes? And this is all the stuff that's going through their minds as we're telling them, they're listening to it on TV. The 5-year-old, the 8-year-old, and the 10-year-old are watching TV, and there's the new president that nobody believes got in fairly, and they're saying, we got to get the schools open and get the kids back into schools. And then the next flick they see is 50 more dead from terrible virus, And then they watch in the news that you still can't get on a plane. So that means it's like, do we ever get to see Hawaii? This is what the kids are, this is what goes through their minds. And they're saying to themselves, I wonder if next Halloween will be all right. I wonder, they're already planning on what kind of mask to get for Halloween, you know? And then the leaders are saying, we need to get the kids back into school. I got to tell you, man, think about it for a second. You're back in grade 5 or 4, something like that, 10, 11 years old. Mom and dad are fighting all day because dad's trucking business went down the hole, and mom is having to pull 2 jobs to keep things going, and and you're being sent off to school all of a sudden, and you're being told, just wear your mask, don't get close to anyone, and wash your hands between classes. You'll be all right. You won't get sick. You're still young, right? That's what you're being told. And at the same time, you're expected to learn something, get good grades, be successful in the world, right? Think about that for a second. Think about those children. Think about what goes on. Like your kids might be going to a better school. They don't have to face this, or maybe they have social workers or guidance counselors in the school that make it a point to go in there and make sure that the children are feeling all right about what's really going on in the world. I got to tell you, if it were me and I was a 4th grader, 5th grader, or 6th grader, something like that, and I was told to go to school today, put on my mask, don't take it off, wash my hands, stay away from everyone, and learn something, I could tell you this. 5 minutes after I walked in the front door, I'd be walking out the back door. Yeah, no fucking problem. And I bet you a bunch of other kids would too. And to be honest, as an adult, and if I found out that my kid skipped school today because he didn't want to wear his fucking mask, I'd give him a. Oh, thank you so fucking much. I'd give him a bigger fucking. Hang on. What do you want? What do you want? I'm in the middle of a podcast. That's what's up. Ahoy! Ahoy, Lapche! Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Ahoy! Jo, až pozvu ten můj idiot synovec, jak co je můj synovec, že jo? Je to můj synovec? Jo, až ho zase pozvu do Kanady, že mě pomůže. Výplatu budu posílat tobě a on se jenom může nechat tu zery, jo? To by se měl z legraci, ale holko, nezlob se, abych se nezlobila. To je z legraci, ale řekni jí, že to je legrace. Je to legrace. Já.
No, ale koukej.
To je hrozný. Yeah. Oh, jeez, kurva, ještě dělám podcast. Hey, to be continued. Hold on. I've done this. Počkej, to be continued. End. Okay, end.